Well, good day, everybody. Craig back at you out again on the 2018 Honda Goldwing. Out and about with some friends today. We got some Harleys out here, a Victory out here. Just off to grab some lunch and trying to have a good time and enjoy some of this beautiful weather. So what I wanted to talk about in this motor vlog pertains to my Bushtec trailer. And for those of you that have seen some of my earlier videos, you might remember that earlier in the riding season I bought a used Bushtec trailer to pull behind my Honda Goldwing. So I've had one riding season, well, it's only one, but one riding season to kind of give you my perspective on what it's like to pull a trailer. Was it worth buying the trailer? And how much use am I getting out of the trailer? Now, let me be the first to say I am not one of the ones that, like you'll see on YouTube, some of the motor vloggers that pull trailers full time. Carnell Luckett comes to mind. I believe he pulls his trailer full time. Chris Caliente comes to mind. I think Brother Cowboy pulls his trailer full time. So I don't pull my trailer full time. Usually, my rule of thumb is if I'm going somewhere overnight, I'll take the trailer with me. Or something special, if I'm doing something or I just need the extra space, I'll take the trailer with me. But that's not that often. But I do have some comments as far as pros and cons of having a trailer. So this is kind of like a twofold video, what my take on having the trailer is, and if you don't have a trailer, if you're looking at getting a trailer, maybe some of the pros and cons of having that. Let's start out with the cons first. The first con of having a trailer, and again, we're talking about the pull behind motorcycle trailers. One of the first cons is they can be expensive. I know that Harbor Freight makes a less expensive pull behind trailer that people utilize with their motorcycles. You can adapt them to utilize them with their motorcycles, so they're not too expensive. But the other brands, if you're looking at Bushtec, Unigo, I believe it's Escapade, I don't know all the brands out there. These little trailers can get to be very expensive, especially if you're buying them brand new. That's why you'll see so many people who snatch them up, like I did on the used market. You'll get someone that had a trailer, maybe they didn't use it as much as they thought they were going to use it, or they got some good use out of it, and they just decide that they don't need the trailer any longer. So you can pick up a decent trailer used, and for the most part, these trailers stay in pretty good condition. There's people that have logged thousands of miles on their trailers, pulling their trailers. But the first con is they can be expensive. So you definitely want to toward the used market if you want to save a little bit of money. All right, and as far as expensive, you have the expense of buying the trailer. Also, now once you buy the trailer, you have to buy the hitch that you have to hook to your bike so that you can pull the trailer. So you have another expense there. You have to buy the wiring harness that you're going to need to wire to your bike so that the lights work on the trailer, the turn signals, the brake lights, everything. So you have the expense of the wiring harness. If you desire to color match the trailer to your bike, if you buy a trailer that's a different color, you don't think it matches, you want to make it look better, or just want to complement the bike and you want to make the color match your bike, then you're going to be paying a painter to paint that trailer. So those are all things you have to take into consideration as far as potential expenses that you're going to have to pay when you buy a trailer. Also, a second con, when you're pulling a trailer, that's one more thing that you have to worry about when you're going down the road. That's one more point of failure that you can have. So naturally, when you're riding your motorcycle, you have to worry about, well, if I get a flat tire on my bike, do I have a patch kit? Do I have this? Do I have that? Now when you're pulling the trailer, you have to worry about, in the worst case scenario, what happens if my trailer gets a flat tire? Some of the trailers, like mine, have inner tubes. So if you do not have a spare inner tube and a way to change that inner tube, or if you do not carry a spare tire with you, you're going to be out of luck, and it's going to be a delay in your travel. It's just another thing that you have to worry about, another thing that you have to keep in the back of your mind if you're choosing to travel with a trailer. That could be a potential con. A third issue that you have to pay attention to is the fact that you are longer now since you are pulling a trailer. So when you are making a turn, you have to make sure that you allow for that extra distance that you're going to need. And I would also say another con, of probably the fourth con, is that you lose some of the convenience that you have when you're operating your motorcycle as far as getting into parking spaces. The great thing about operating a motorcycle is we can fit into spaces that most vehicles can't. So when you're looking to find some place to park, you're sort of at an advantage. You can almost park your motorcycle anywhere. But when you're pulling a trailer, now you have that extra length, and it's like driving a vehicle as far as the length is concerned. So you kind of lose that ability to be able to put your motorcycle wherever you want. It's just a little more planning and how you park, whether you want to pull in, whether you want to back out with the trailer. It's just something you have to pay attention to that you would otherwise not have to if you weren't pulling a trailer. Okay, we've talked about some of the cons. Now let's talk about some of the pros. Now, actually, the very first thing is the most obvious, is it gives you the advantage that you can carry more things with you when you're going someplace. Now, you don't need to bring the kitchen sink, and I would highly advise against bringing the kitchen sink. But if there's those extra few items that you might have to wonder about whether you're going to have to leave at home or bring with you, you can now bring with you. Like, for example, if you're going somewhere and you're not exactly sure which way the weather could go, you can bring that extra jacket, or you can bring that extra the rain suit if you were wondering about whether you should bring your rain suit or not. Or even with your walk-around clothes, if you wanted to bring, a couple extra pairs of jeans, where you normally might only bring one pair of jeans because you're kind of stuck for space in your saddlebags. Now you can bring that extra pair of jeans or a couple extra pairs of jeans. I know on one trip that we took, we actually threw a couple of folding chairs. We knew we were going to be outside, and without having the trailer, we wouldn't have been able to bring those. But it was just convenient to be able to throw some folding chairs into the trailer. So it gives you that opportunity to carry a little bit more than what you would normally be able to carry in your saddlebags and in your tour pack if you have a tour pack for your motorcycle. But again, I would highly caution, don't bring everything. You don't want to load up the trailer to the rim when you're going someplace. The other thing that I like about my trailer, another pro, and it's not specific to the Bushtec, but mine has it, is the cooler. So my trailer comes with a cooler, and that's been a huge advantage. Just to be able to throw water in there and a bunch of drinks in there, and that you can keep them cold on the trip the entire day, instead of wondering how you're going to keep it cold. Or again, you could buy a small, soft side cooler and throw that into your saddlebags or into your tour pack, but then you're taking up valuable space with that portable cooler. So I like the cooler. That's been a huge advantage when I've been traveling. So one of the biggest advantages, I would say, and for me in pulling a trailer, is that when I get to where I'm going, whether I'm going to a rally or wherever it is I'm going overnight, I now have the ability to bring back items that I would not otherwise have been able to bring back. It would have been difficult, or if not impossible, to carry on the motorcycle. One time I can remember, we went to an event, a rally, and they had really good deals on motorcycle helmets. So I wanted to pick up an additional motorcycle helmet. But again, now if you don't have the trailer, if you just have your bike, it's not impossible to bring it back, but now you got to do some creative packing on your way back. Because now, if you're going to keep the box, where are you going to put that huge box? You're going to be able to fit it on your back seat. You're definitely not fitting it in your saddlebags. You're not fitting it in your tour pack. So where are you going to put that helmet? You take it out of the box. How are you going to strap that helmet down? Again, it's not that it's impossible, but it is just a great advantage. My personal thing is, I like to go on a trip with little to nothing in my trailer. Little stuff. I always keep, the spare tire and everything else that I need if I have a roadside emergency. But I don't like to bog it down with bags, and just fill it up. I like my trailer to be, for the most part, empty. That gives me the ability, while I'm out and we're traveling on the road, if I see something I like, I know I have the ability now to bring it back. I know people that they were packed so tight when they've gone on trips where they if they saw 2 or 3 extra T-shirts that they wanted to buy, there's some T-shirts there they wanted to buy and they wanted to bring it back, and they're saying, I hope I can fit these 3 extra T-shirts in. Again, that's a great advantage of having that trailer. You don't have to worry about that. You've got that space to pick up things as you're out and about and bring them back. Another thing that I would consider a pro, even though it's kind of neutral, but it is a pro for me, is that the gas mileage. And when I say the gas mileage, I have not noticed a significant change, a difference in gas mileage when I'm pulling the trailer as opposed to when I'm not pulling the trailer. I believe that's why some of the people pull it full time. If you're not seeing that big of a difference in gas mileage, you might as well keep it hooked up. But on going on trips, I have not seen, my gas mileage has not suffered significantly when I've been out and about. So I would have to say in my overall conclusion that if I had to do it again, would I buy another trailer? Well, the answer to that question is yes, absolutely. I enjoy pulling the trailer. I enjoy having the option of pulling the trailer. Maybe that's even a better way of saying it. I enjoy having the option of pulling a trailer and bringing that with me, if I want the extra storage space. And I would also highly recommend, if you are in the market or you're thinking about getting a trailer for your motorcycle, I think you will not be disappointed if you make that move. So again, I want to thank everyone for taking the time to watch this video, and don't feel shy, don't be bashful on pulling the trigger on getting yourself a trailer and enjoying your adventures while you're out and about. So everyone, take care, have a blessed day, and we'll be talking to you soon.